fun fact, guys, I have only been to one concert in my life, which is the Bruno Mars concert back in 2014. But after seeing this movie, honestly, I don't want to go to a concert anymore. I'm actually kind of afraid to go to a concert. Hey guys, this is Frozen Wish Studios here, and welcome back to another movie review. And today, I'm going to be doing a review on Trap. So Trap is the latest film from M. Night Shyamalan, directed by him. This is the 13th, I believe, 13th M. Night Shyamalan movie I've seen. I think he has like more than that. I think he has like 15 movies, but only 13 of them I've seen. And yeah, it came out just this year, last week technically, and it stars Josh Hartnett, Ariel Donog, Selecta Shalaman, Alison Pill, Hayley Mills, Jonathan Langdon, Kid Cudi, etc. And so the film tells a story of a father named Cooper and his daughter named Riley, who attend a Taylor Swift-esque concert named Lady Raven, the concert of Lady Raven. Lady Raven is basically inspired by other female pop celebrities who appeal to teen stars like Taylor Swift or Ariana Grande or Billie Eilish. Yeah, and the film basically recaptures the feeling of a real concert, and it is actually pretty accurate, I gotta say. But then there's a problem. It turns out that there's millions, hundreds of FBI's surrounding the place, and as it turns out, it is actually a trap because the butcher is in the concert. But apparently the police they don't know who exactly the butcher is and what his identity is. So all they know is that he's there. Because the butcher apparently has a receipt in his fake house. So yeah. And as it turns out, the butcher is actually Cooper himself. The quote-unquote protagonist who apparently were following the main antagonist of the film. Now Cooper must find a way to escape from the arena. At first, he thinks he's safe because they won't eventually find out that he's a butcher and he's keeping a secret. But they're having strict measures. They're literally like scanning every single male attendees of the concert until they get into him. So Cooper must pretty much find a way to not get caught, while also not get caught by police, and also making sure that no one finds out that he's the butcher. So now I am actually a couple of days late in reviewing this movie. I watched this movie in theaters last Sunday, and I saw last Sunday in theaters. But I actually did not have enough time to review it. One, because there was another video I was going to do before my Trap review, and that was my TV show review of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Go check that review out if you haven't, and I definitely recommend checking out A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And the second reason is because I've been a little busy lately. I just started school last Monday, so I actually became a little too lazy to make videos. Like, I was a little busy also. I mean, not like I had a lot of schoolwork or anything. I don't have any schoolwork yet, but I was just busy. Now it's a good chance for me to review Trap because I actually wanted to review Trap, but I wanted to talk about this movie. So yeah. Now, as for my thoughts on M. Night Shyamalan himself, I actually agree with everyone else with the general consensus that he is actually a mixed bag. He makes films that are a hit or a miss. I actually might need to rewatch like a vast majority of his films. I am planning to do an M. Night Shyamalan review marathon leading up to whatever M. Night Shyamalan's next movie is. So I'm going to review his films from The Sixth Sense all the way up to Knock at the Cabin. I was actually planning to review Split. I was considering reviewing Split, but I didn't review Split because I just became a little unmotivated, and I saw it at the wrong time, basically. So basically what happened was I rewatched Split on last Friday morning Friday was the day when I was going to review Split. But yeah, after I rewatched Split, I went out for important matters to like finish my enrollment in school because of I had some enrollment problems like with the payment and all that stuff. And then I was like out the whole day because I was like going shopping. I got new glasses, all that stuff. And then when I came back, I decided, you know what? I don't feel like reviewing Split anymore. Yeah, so if it wasn't for that, yeah, I would have actually reviewed it. But I mean, I'll save the M Night Marathon for the next time I review a Shyamalan the next Shyamalan film that comes out. But yeah, as for my thoughts on them, I gotta say, Split is my favorite M Night Shyamalan film. I absolutely love Split. Last Airbender we don't talk about. And by the way, to all those M Night Shyamalan haters who think that M Night is best known for The Last Airbender, watch more movies, please. Like, I know I'm not defending him. I'm not treating him as like a great director. He's not a great director. He has great concepts though. But like, if you're judging him based off The Last Airbender, then please expand your taste in movies. Please watch more movies. Yeah, I mean, you got also piece of crap films like After Earth, The Happening, Old Lady in the Water. And then you got the Duck at the Cabin, which I think is extremely mid. I used to like the film, love the film when it came out, but now I think it's mid. And then we also got The Village, which is a decent film. And then you also got Glass, which I think is the most underrated Shyamalan film. But besides Split, my favorites are Unbreakable, Signs, and The Sixth Sense. Yeah. Sixth Sense is not perfect, yeah, but Split, Unbreakable, and Signs are, to me, the Shyamalan's masterpieces. And it's, those are the three Shyamalan films I rated a 5-star, a full 5 out of 5. But anyways, yeah, as for Trap itself, as for what I thought about Trap, which is the most divisive film of the year so far, by the way. I think it is the most divisive film. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like just in my point of view, because there are people who absolutely love the film, and then there's some who absolutely despise it. But to me personally, I'm on the positive side. Honestly, this is probably the best Shyamalan film since Glass, I guess. Not as good as Glass or even Split, but like just based on the Shyamalan's films from Glass to now, it's his best film since Glass. Because let's be real here, he made one shitty film called Old and one one average film called Knock at the Cabin. But yeah, Trap was actually really good. When it comes to Trap, M. Night Shyamalan has done something different than what he usually does. Now, when it comes to M. Night Shyamalan films, his usual kind of films, they would have a slow pace of them and would have a lot of explaining on what the plot is, a lot of exposition. They would have metaphors to them and like hidden meanings, and of course his signature plot twist. But this film is actually very different from M. Night Shyamalan's films. Because this is basically a more mainstream film. This is M. Night Shyamalan's most mainstream film, like in years. But I know one mainstream film he did was like, I know he made sorry about that, but I know Shyamalan's most mainstream films like Last Airbender and After Earth are his worst films, but this is actually a good mainstream film. But this is very mindlessly entertaining, and it is actually dumb fun. Yes, it is an extremely stupid movie, but it's actually mindless fun. It's a film that allows its audiences to turn off their brain and enjoy the film for what it is. Ever since the trailer dropped, people on the internet have been theorizing on what the big twist was going to be about, with the most popular theory being that Riley is actually the killer. The daughter is the killer, which I find to be weird, but it could have been cool to see that. My personal prediction on what this movie was going to be, my personal theory on what the big twist was going to be, was that Lady Raven is actually the killer, and Cooper is actually a hero, or rather anti-hero, I guess. He's actually trying to save everyone because he knows that Lady Raven is actually trapping all her, like, because Lady Raven is actually trapping all of her watchers, all of her audiences, her fans inside the arena. While all the FBI, they actually want to, when the concert is over, the entire FBI are actually going to kill the guest, and Cooper's goal was to warn. Was to expose Lady Raven's true nature. That actually would have been awesome. That would have been an incredible plot twist. Like that would have made me love the film even more than I do now. But yeah, as it turns out, the actual film had no like big plot M. Night Shyamalan like plot twist, which is disappointing. But there are some plot twists in this film that kind of left me kind of surprised. It's just not really like M. Night Shyamalan like plot twist. It feels like any director would have orchestrated the plot twist. Yes, guys. Since this movie is 1 week old, I will give away spoilers. So yeah, if you haven't seen the film yet and you don't want to be spoiled, it's your fault because you could have watched the film by now. But I don't think my subscribers would care anyways because a lot of my live action reviews usually don't get a lot of attention, but I don't care. I'm still going to talk about live action films, whether y'all like it or not. And yeah, I'm going to start off with my flaws first on the things that I wasn't a fan of about this film. Yeah, I know some people like the fact that there's no big plot twist and it felt refreshing. While it doesn't really affect my overall feelings towards about this film, my overall thoughts, it was disappointing that there was no plot twist at all. It's one of M. Night Shyamalan's safer films. Yeah, the film plays itself very safe. As you know, it's a more straightforward story with fast pacing to it, and yes, it is fun. But ultimately, I really wanted that big plot twist to it. Now I do think now I know you guys are expecting that I criticized the third act because everybody, even the ones who like Chop, say that the third act sucks. But honestly, I'm going to be the first person to say this. The third act is actually not that bad. Yeah, sure, there is a noticeable dip in quality from the first two acts. Yeah, there is a noticeable dip in quality, but actually the third act is solid. It's fine actually. It's fine for what it is. In fact, my favorite scene of the film is actually in the third act of the film. So, my personal favorite scene in the film is when Lady Raven was in his bathroom. Like, she took Cooper's phone and to take a selfie with Riley, and then ran inside the bathroom to live stream and warn everyone that she knows the butcher and she needs to help a person named Spencer who the butcher captured and trapped inside the basement of a house. So yeah, in fact, the decision to make Lady Raven the real hero of the film is actually really good. It's a good idea. Like, I actually like that. I dug the idea of making Lady Raven the protagonist. And then while Lady Raven was hiding in the bathroom, trying to help save Spencer, we hear Cooper literally fighting against his family, and that scene actually left me on the edge of my seat. I was like, holy shit! It really escalated so much. And you're wondering, oh shit! What the hell is Cooper doing to his family? And you really hate that scene. Really makes you hate Cooper. It's really kind of sad at the same time because Cooper and Riley had an amazing chemistry in this film, an amazing father-daughter chemistry, and then now he actually just started to he actually abused Riley in that scene. From what I heard, he was abusing Riley, and yeah, I feel bad for Riley, honestly. But the scene that in the third act that I did not like was the final confrontation. The film ended with this final confrontation between Cooper and his wife. Forgot the name. And it turns out there were actually two plot twists at the end, but they did not feel like M. Night Shyamalan's plot twist because anyone could have orchestrated that. So the first plot twist is that Cooper's wife actually knew that he was a butcher. So she was the one who set up the trap. She was the one who called the police in the concert. So yeah, that was interesting. And then the second plot twist is that it turns out the old lady, I forgot the name also, who was the leader of the investigation. She was like the boss of the FBI, the big boss, the one who was the leader of like the whole the whole FBI thing in the concert, is actually the mother of Cooper. Cooper is the son of that lady. That was actually the better plot twist in my opinion. I mean, they're fine enough plot twists, they're good enough, but I just wanted an M. Night Shyamalan like plot twist, the one that would make me go holy shit. But yeah, but other than those flaws, minor flaws, I like everything else about this film. And honestly, there was never a dull moment except for that final confrontation when both Cooper and his wife were having a conversation like about about the whole thing, the whole concert. But yeah, also another minor flaw with the film is that I do wish that there were actually kills. I wish we actually saw Cooper kill someone. Like literally, the only person he killed was like one of the FBI's who zapped him, but that's it. Like we didn't even see him like butcher the shit out of anyone. I wish we saw that. The dialogue is awkward, but honestly, it's more of a nitpick. Like it actually doesn't bother me that much. But what makes Trap a good film is how enjoyable it is, due to how great the premise is. The premise of the fact that the person we're following is actually the killer, and they're actually in the concert in a concert setting, and he wants to escape from the concert, is actually a great premise, and it was so engaging. And besides the confrontation scene that dragged, it actually did not drag. Like nothing else in the film dragged besides the last 10 minutes of the film. Josh Hartnett delivers a strong performance of a character who is is likable on the outside, but a psycho on the inside. Because of how great his performance is, you can feel Cooper being both likable and unlikable at the same time. Yeah, sure, he does say a lot of awkward dialogue at times. There are times when his dialogue was kind of awkward. But I guess it's all part of the process for him to like manipulate others. And then there is Seleka Shalaman. Now, people say that this film's purpose was to just promote her album, as in this movie is a tech demo reel for Seleka, and M. Night pretty much gave us a great marketing just to make audiences like fall for like promotion of Seleka Shalaman, but actually it's not promotion because you know why? Because Lady Raven was actually a genuine character. I already mentioned earlier about how Lady Raven is actually the hero, how she saved Spencer, and she actually she was the one who exposed Cooper as the butcher. She told his family that Cooper is the butcher. And I really like that decision. And people are saying that Seleka is just a pop star. It's just a generic pop star. Really, where are you going with this? Like, really, like, are you serious? Like, and by the way, Lady Raven songs are actually great, especially Release. Yeah, ready for that song. Yeah, Release is actually a really good and emotional song. I gotta admit, yes, I actually teared up. In that song. Yeah, honestly, guys, I'm gonna say this right now. Release is my favorite song of 2024 so far. My favorite movie song. Yeah, I still love Electric Energy from Argyle, but Release is something else. It's actually a better song in my personal opinion. I highly predict that a Moana 2 or Wicked song will be my favorite song of the year at the end of the year. I guarantee that because they're both musicals and I'm actually hyped for both of them. But right now, Release is on top as the best song of the year. But by far, the standout of the film, the best character and best performance of the film is our Ariel Dong. How do you pronounce last name? Basically, Ariel as Riley, Cooper's daughter. Yeah, sure. in my Letterboxd review, if you read it, I did say that Seleka was a stand-up, but on reflection, I think Riley, the more I think about it, I think Riley is the true best character in the film. First of all, Riley is adorable in this film. Like, Riley is so cute in this film. Like, she is adorable. No, don't take this as, oh, you're simping on Riley. No, she's just like a 10-year-old kid. I'm not dumb enough to simp on a 10-year-old. But she's just like, Ariel's performance as Riley was actually so good. Like, she was just so incredible playing this character. Her acting was actually very impressive. And yeah. And also, she actually genuinely felt human. Like, while characters can make stupid decisions in this film, Riley is actually the smartest character in the film. And also the chemistry that Riley and Lady Raven had. Oh man, I loved it. Yeah, in fact, one of my favorite scenes in the film was seeing Riley like get on stage and perform with Lady Raven as her dreamer girl. That was an amazing scene right there, and it was so heartwarming to see like both of them bonding. Yeah, in fact, seeing the chemistry between Riley and Lady Raven was actually one of my favorite aspects of the film. Yeah. Also another thing before I end, the last point I want to make, the cinematography is awesome. Yeah, the cinematography is so good. Like, it's so good. Honestly, one of the best cinematographies of the year. Like, the use of colors, the use of the angles, especially the close-up shots on Cooper's face, showing his menace. Yeah, it is great as well. Oh yeah, and also Jamie, the black dude who helped Cooper, the employee. Yeah, he's actually hilarious. Yeah, he actually does some great comedy. Like, especially in that post-credit scene where where Jamie was watching the news, and then he found out that Cooper is actually the butcher, and he's like, no, what the fuck? Why I help the butcher? I actually have the butcher. No, that's it. I am not talking to anyone again. Yeah, that post-credit scene was actually hilarious. One of the funniest post-credit scenes ever. And there is one of the best post-credit scenes of the year. So overall, Trap is my guilty pleasure of the year. Sure, I acknowledge that it's not trying to be smart. It's not trying to be your typical M. Night Shyamalan film where there's like a big twist and it's trying to be smart and metaphorical. And while I do wish that there was actually a big twist in the film, and I do wish that there could have actually been kills in the film, like we should have saw Cooper kill someone. Trap it does pick it up with, I mean, the movie does make up for all those flaws with just being enjoyable, mindless fun, and I like mindless fun movies. So now, if you don't like the idea of turning off your brain and enjoying the film for what it is, and you want actual logic, and you actually want the movie to be smart, then you are going to hate this movie. But honestly, like, I wish that more people would actually watch movies with their brain off to actually enjoy it for what it is. So yeah, with that said, I'm going to give Trap 4 stars out of 5. Great movie. So also for my review of Trap, what are your thoughts on the film? Would you agree with me that Trap was actually very enjoyable and a guilty pleasure? Or are you on the side of the people who hate this movie and say it's one of M. Night's worst? So yeah, comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned. Oh boy. Stay tuned for my extreme rant on Harold and the Purple Crayon. Oh. So yeah. Bye guys.